I married a millionaire. I never knew he led a double life. He was a benefactor to many, but he was a magician in secret. His costume, he said, was to bring magic to those in need. He always kept a disguise to cover his mysterious escapades. I was in awe of his devotion to entertaining and helping others. But I knew his secret life was a closely guarded secret. No one else knew about his nocturnal endeavors, though he used to disappear for hours upon hours. I was always left wondering what he was up to. He was juggling a double life of philanthropy and mystery. I had to trust his motives and enter into his world. Sometimes he was gone for days on end, with no explanation. I had to follow his lead and accept his intrigues. A glint of his greatness shone in his eyes when he'd perform. Oftentimes he'd whisper an odd chant before starting a grand show. He had finesse, agility, and efficiency in executing his stunts. He became the epitome of joy and surprise for those in the audience. His nights of clandestine maneuvers left me with an array of questions. I wanted to know the details before I started meddling. He seemed to have a knack for being able to evade me. Not once in a while, but on a rather regular basis. I could never catch him in the act as he wasn't one to be caught. I figured his mysterious activities was something we must all accept. I was never invited to be part of his double life. Nonetheless, I was always in support of whatever my billionaire husband had to do. I was the only one aware that he meant no harm in his shenanigans. But his hidden activity was a never-ending game of whodunit. He never gave me a simple explanation of his doings. I believed and trusted his intentions, so I could remain composed. He never wanted me to be in danger, which meant his secrets stayed with him. I respected his wishes and only asked for general information. I wouldn't admit it then, but I was intrigued by the combination of his elaborate plan. After all, on the surface he was a handsome, successful, and generous guy. I was slowly learning that his double life of philanthropy and magic went deeper. It made him a better man, in the weirdest yet endearing way. He was a man of many exciting tales, all filled with quirks, hilarity, and suspense. Our friends loved him, but secretly wished they could be like him. I suspected he used his wealth to liven up life with flashes of peculiar people and events. Every night could be counted on to hold some unknown surprise. It was a hard feat to keep up with all his double lives and complicated undertakings. I just kept smiling and nodding, my face an attentive but confused mask. I started to understand why he liked being part of two worlds. His sense of justice never faltered despite his split between two personas. I became his number one cheerleader, quietly encouraging his after-dark practices. I never wanted to be the burden that brought his activities to a halt. I wondered what else I would find out about my husband's dual personalities. Knowing more always brought with it a sense of chills and thrills. Learning more about his persona of a secret magician uncovered many secrets. He was protective of the details, yet imparted the knowledge cautiously. I evolved into a protector of his doings, even though it was silly of me. During our conversations, I objected on him divulging any wrong information.